Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Narayanam Padma Bhuvam Vasishtam Shaktin cha Tatputra Parasharancha Vyasam Shukham Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Mahan Athasya Shishyam Shri Shankaracharya Mathasya Padmapadancha Hasta Malakancha Shishyam Tam Totakam Vartikakaramanyaan Asmat Gurun Santatamanatosmi. So last few years we've been celebrating this Utsava. When 2018, maybe 18 onwards, we've been doing this. And I think last time we may have
Swami come, Guruji.
Vyasa Puja also. So today we are very happy to have Swami Prakashananda Saraswati ji with us. He is the Matadipati of Paramatmanand Ashram in Vijayawada. Swamiji, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you're also audible to us, I think. Yeah, so that's nice. You're able to see us and all, no, Swamiji?
Yes, I can see all of you.
You can, yeah, got it.
Okay. Namaste, namaste to all. Oh.
So Swamiji, today is Guru Purnima also, and all the ashrams, people, devotees are coming to get Swamiji's darshan. So we are very happy that he could take the time today, and he had some other program, and that program got cancelled in the last minute. So we are happy to have him here. And so briefly, I'll introduce Swamiji today, and he will address us. Swamiji grew up in Orissa, and Orissa Andhra border, and he was Telugu family, but grew up in that area in Brahmapur, no, Swamiji?
Berampur. They call it Brahmapur, but they call it as Berampur.
Berampur. And so he's from a Vaishnava family. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has influenced their lives. And when Swamiji was young, his mother used to ask him to read out this Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's stories, life stories, which was written in Oriya language. He used to tell that to his mother. And through that, Swamiji gained a lot of this interest in this Atma Brahma Vidya, this particular spiritual path, let's put it that way. And so he had this inclination, tapasvi inclination, sannyasa inclination from a very young age. And then time to go do college. So BSc, he was sent to Mumbai. And after 1 year of studying in Mumbai, he said, in summer vacation, what do you do, right? And so he said, let me do a trial, 1 month trial to living with sannyasis. Like we all do Amazon Prime 1 month trial and YouTube Premium 1 month trial, right? So like that, he said, I want to live with sannyasis. Look at this. This is so inspiring. And so he went to Narmada, so Madhya Pradesh. So in the banks of Narmada, many tapasvis were living. He knew about it. And so he went there and he went to live there. So after a month, then he subscribed and he said, this is what I want. And in life, so what is the use of studying BSc and all that? And then he stayed there. And 1 month, 1 year, 5 years, 7 years, he stayed there. Can you believe it? He stayed there for 7 years, living with our sannyasis there. And he studied. Some of you may know Akhandanandaji Saraswati Maharaj. He was the guru of our Pratyek Bodhanandaji also. And so he imbibed a lot of the teachings of Swamiji there. And then one Swami Ramananda Saraswati ji told Swamiji that, it's doing tapas is good. You have an entire life to do tapas, but you should study the Shastra. And then he went to Vrindavan to which is the home of Akhananandriji Maharaj. And then he spent there some time and studied his works. And then there also, from there, Swamiji said, no, instead of studying translations, go to the source. Go to the source. Go to the source means there are not that many places in India where you can do it properly. So Swamiji went to Rishikesh and to Kailash Ashram, started studying there. And then he heard of Swami Dayanandaji. And so whenever Dayanandaji used to come to Rishikesh, our Puja Swamiji used to study Prasthanatrayam properly. And then he found Swamiji's teachings to be, more contemporary and using examples that are more, connecting, how Swamiji talks. And so he kept attending there. And then in 2008, he came to Coimbatore, started attending a course there, a summer camp. That's actually where I had a blessing of meeting Swamiji. At that time, I didn't know his background and all that. I was in this, in the boys, the youth hostel, not boys hostel, youth hostel. And then he was there in the next room. And we had a lot of fun. And he also used to have fun with us. And quietly, and we didn't know his background and all that. I didn't know, at least. And so that was 2008. Then he stayed back. Then Swamiji asked him to go to Nagpur. Swami Prakashananda ji was teaching a long-term course. He did that, came back to Anaikatti, Coimbatore, continued the long-term course that Puja Swamiji was teaching. And then Swamiji asked him to go to Orissa. There is an ashram waiting for you. Go, take care of the ashram, teach there. And Swamiji said, no, Swamiji, I want to be with you for a little longer. And so he stayed back and then taught the 3-year course in Rishikesh afterwards with Swami Sakshat Kritananda ji. Okay, imagine teaching a 3-year course, right? That requires a lot of commitment, a lot of scholarship is needed. I mean, scholarship is not the right word in our Shastra. Pandityam is required. And so he did that. And then in 2018, and then Swami Tattvadananda ji also came to Rishikesh, I think. Then both of them came to Hyderabad. Swamiji came to Hyderabad, settled in Hyderabad in 2018. And then he became he was teaching there for a while in the Shivananda Ashram in Hyderabad. And then the Yadagiri Gutta, there is a Buchidas Parampara. There's an ashram there. And there he is the Upa Pitadipati. Okay. And then recently, few months ago, he was anointed as the Pitadipati of Paramatmananda Ashram in this Varanki Gramam in Vijayawada. And so there, that ashram, the previous Pitadipati had gained Samadhi. And that Swami was a scholar, of our Shastram. So they were looking for somebody who also has studied the Shastram. Simply being a sannyasi not enough, but having studied the Shastram. And so he was chosen. And so we are happy today, and we'll talk to him more after his talk. We'll talk to him about his life, etc. He is very approachable, Swamiji, and I had lost touch with Swamiji, and recently, a few months ago, I had got in touch with him. So we're also happy to have. Please join me in doing namaskar to Swamiji as a way of welcoming him and requesting him to address us. Thank you, Swamiji.
Namaste to all. Am I audible now?
Yes, Swamiji, you're audible.
So my English is not going to be like of you people, because I teach among Hindi spoken people and Telugu. So no, that I may not have that much fluency, but manageable.
Swamiji, we are so good in English that we will understand any English.
So let us start. Shall we start?
Yes, Swamiji, please.
So we already prayers. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidhyanam Bhishajye Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Yerime Gurubhi Purvam Padavakya Pramanataha व्याख्यातः सर्ववेदान्तः तानित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथः मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. आत्मस्वरूप बंधुगण, so Guru Purnima. So need of a guru in human life. I heard a small story. Now in a malls today and nowadays, even in India also mall culture. So olden days you have to go to for vegetable one place, clothing one place, other for each item you have to go to other different places. But nowadays in one place you will get entire thing, including ornaments to vegetable. So just it is just a small example to convey how. A cow was sent. One person asked, "What is the need of a guru to human beings?" Then he said, "See, you send a cow to the mall. It will go inside and will come in within half an hour, 1 hour. It will come out after grazing with a full stomach. It knows what it needs. It knows. Therefore, it will go and have what it needs. It will have a full stomach and will come out within half an hour or 1 hour. Similarly, you send a monkey. It will also go, will have what it needs and will come out. So a dog also you send, it know what to get into. But you send a human being and tell it is free to whatever you want, you take. It is free. So after the whole day also, you will not be able to decide what to take and how much to take. That is what our human mind. Therefore, we need each other animals, they know what they need. But human being being given the faculty of this intellect, ahar nidra bhayamaitunam cha samanyam etat pashubhi narana buddhirihi eka visheshayesham buddhir vihinam pashubhi samanam. Even samanam, we cannot say even more worst than the other animals if this buddhi is not used in a proper way. So we can't say we don't have time for Shastra, because when this intellect is given, so like in a sharp blade, whether the blade is right or wrong, neither the blade is right or wrong, because the blade, the thing is, it is in which hand. If the same blade is in a doctor's hand, it saves a life by doing operation. And same blade is in the hand of a thief, it can take off a life also. Therefore, the knife itself is, blade itself is not right or wrong, but it is powerful. So power always comes with a responsibility. Even this corona, animals have not given to the world. Human beings have produced this corona even. Because intellect is given, so there is always the tendency to misuse, abuse it. Therefore, Shastra, now we cannot say going through the Shastra is a privilege of us. Rather, it is our responsibility to know the Shastra, so that I can know what is my power and how I should use it, and how I can lead a peaceful life, and I can be instrument to help others to lead a peaceful and meaningful life, so that I can be satisfied. Kritakritya. Yeah, I can say at the end of, while I entered into the world, I was quite helpless. But after living 70, 80 years of life, I should be able to say, yeah, done. Now thankful. I should be thankful to Ishvara. Yeah, this life I lived, totally I lived, I'm very graceful, very thankful. So Kritakrityas, that sense should be there. So I should live a meaningful life. Therefore, if I need a meaningful life, then I need, because the intellect is given, it is always there is a conflict, confusion. Therefore, I need Shastra or Mahapurusha, Aptabani. the one who has gone the human limitations, the one who has gone beyond the human limitations. Otherwise, all the time we interpret according to our raga and dvesas, isn't it? That is why Shastra is more necessary. When Shastra comes, and it comes with package Guru and Shastra together. Without, there are Gurus, but without Shastra. There are Shastra without Guru. Only book cannot help us much. You know? Similarly, Gurus without Shastra, they have their own, own ideas. So we don't need such Gurus. Sometimes it's dangerous because, like, if in a market there is a new medicine has come for diabetes, recently has come. So will you go for that, or a medicine which has been time tested since centuries? What you will go for? Obviously, the one which is time tested. So similarly, this Guru Parampara is time tested. No, there is a Swami in our, in the forest in our village nearby, is a Siddha Purusa. Could be, but Shastra itself says how should be our Guru? Guru should be Brahmanistha, at the same time Shrotriya. There are Shrotriya Gurus, but not Brahmanistha. There are few Gurus, they are Brahmanistha, but not Shrotriya. But we are lucky enough to have in our life Gurus like both, Brahmanistha as well as Shrotriya. Because of their previous sadhana, previous life, like Ramana Maharshi, Mahapurusas, we can be inspired by them, no doubt. Like somebody says, oh, where did Ravidasa studied, Kabirji studied Shastra? They did not study this life. But without a cause, there is no effect in everywhere we see in our life. So in this life, small, from childhood itself, their jnanam, their viveka, their vairagyam, it shows sanskaram is there. Otherwise, without the seed, how could be the tree? So after studying all this Shastra, how many years together we have been listening to Mahapurusas and Shastra, still we have now developed that much of vairagyam and clarity, but they have from their childhood. So what does it show? Of course, it has they have gone through in their previous life, gone through the Shastra in their previous life, but somehow, because of some avarodha, what do you say, pratibandha, hindrance, the Jivanmukta state they could not be able to achieve in last birth. Therefore, they came this time. So the jnana sanskaram is there. They need not know each line, but the jnana sanskara is there. Therefore, from there they start. But they don't know the little ABCD. This life they have not studied each step. They may not have. They may not guide us properly. Therefore, so we need a Guru who in this life, like example we give in India. Suppose I have to go to Delhi. So somebody who goes, then somebody who has gone in flight, if I am also going in a flight is okay. But I have to go through train, bus or whatever, not in flight. So then the one who can guide me, who will be able to guide me, the one who has gone through the train, where to change the train, how to, all these things can be guided. The one who has gone through in this life, the one who has directly gone in flight, he may not be able to guide me the footpath way or train way. Similarly, this Siddha Purusas like Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, you can say also. So they have Mahatmas, no doubt, but they don't teach us. Therefore, we can be inspired by them. But like Swami Chinmayananji, he used to say, I was inspired by Swami Shivananji, but prospered by Tapavanji Maharajji. So both are required. So you can be inspired by Mahatmas, but at the same time, we need to know the entire, means how much Shastra one required, one need to study. It is not how many years you studied, how many Upanishads, how many Shastras you have covered. That is not important. When you say Atmavare Drashtavyam Tadartham Srotavyam Mantavyam Nitidhyasitavyam, then what does it mean? Srotavyam means not just listening or reading. Tatparya Nirnaya. the Srotra, the word Srotrabhyaha or Shravanam means Tatpara Nirnaya. What exactly the entire Shastra, like the fourth sutra of Brahma Sutra, Tattu Samanvaya, entire Shastra, all the mantras of the Upanishads and entire Shastra leads to that one goal. You know, that is what the final goal, Vedanta, you can say, or the final purport, message of the entire Shastra. So that is what Shastra says. Now I'm clear about what Shastra says. Shastra being a means of knowledge, I need moksha. Moksha, the means for moksha is jnanam. And for that jnanam, what is the means? Shastra is the only means. Shastra means there is only one Shastra. Shruti is the only pramana. You must be all, you have heard, you must have, because you are all the students of Swami, so you have, isn't it? You know all these things. So main Shastra is our Shruti. In order to interpret the Shruti, we need other Smriti, Itihasa, Purana, all this later they came. But so being Shastra, Upanishad being the, or Shruti being the Pramanam, so what is the final message of, because in the same Upanishad, same Veda, there Dvaitam, Advaitam, both are told. Therefore, what is my, in the same Vedika tradition, there are Advaita Acharyas, there are Advaita Acharyas, there are Visishta Advaita Acharyas, Shuddha Advaita Acharyas. So each one has their lakhs of followers. So who is right, who is wrong? No, Ramanuja has lakhs of followers. Shankaracharya have also lakhs of followers. So lakhs of followers may not decide what is right and what is wrong. You may make a government because you have a lot of followers, but you may not establish the truth. Truth doesn't depend how many people follow you. Truth, like Galileo, he told, no, in the beginning he was given a death sentence, but he was right. Even though he alone, he was the only person to tell that Earth is moving around the sun. But everybody, our experience says, no, sun is moving around the Earth. But we are wrong. That great person, he was the right alone. But later we came to know the truth. Similarly, here also, because lakhs of followers had some guru, therefore he is right. This land, India, Bharat, Brahma Vidya. So here it goes with Pramana, like whether it is Buddha, Mahavira, great Bhagavan, Buddha, we say. We add the title to Buddha Bhagavan. But when his followers started going against Veda Pramana, then they are uprooted from India. Because neither Krishna is pramanam for us, nor Rama is pramanam for us. Krishna also came in. Krishna, in fact, Rama is not, Veda has not come from Rama. Rather, Rama has come through Veda. Because Dasaratha had no progeny. So he did the yaga through Vasishta Maharaj, and the process of Veda, which mantra, which devata, all these things were already in Veda. So Krishna also is not the author of Vedas. So such Veda Praman, because any human being, anything coming from a human mind will have its own color. So own ragadvesa, own background. Therefore it may not be pure. Therefore we need a Aptavakya. So we need a Aptavakya, the Vakya which is not contaminated, influenced by human intellect, and that is what being Veda being the Pramanam. So then what, the same Veda has a different interpretation. Therefore, which should I go for? Whether Dvaita, Advaita, Visishta Advaita. So we need a Parampara. Then, that is how in our Brihadaranyaka Upanishad there is a sentence comes, Matruvan, Pitruvan, Acharyavan Purusha Veda. So the person who knows the truth, the one who has a mother, father, and a teacher. So who doesn't have a mother and father? Everybody has a mother and father. Then what is the need of saying mother and father? The proper mother means the sanskar, the one gathers the proper, that childhood. Like see, I will tell some example. what is truth? So our the sense organs are not given. Our intellect and sense organ are not enough to discover the truth. Rather, they are just a survival mechanism. Just I will ask what this is, day or night in India. If just now I'm in India, so if I ask people here, they will say it is day. But if I ask the same question to the owls you say, no? So they will say it is night, dark night. So who will decide it is night, dark or light? So if you see the world, being a human being, you see that world, it will look different. And being a owl upadhi, the world will look different, because the owl indriyas are made to survival, is given to the owl to survive. Similarly, human intellect, human no, the sense organs also given to survive. That only for survival. They may not be capable of. They are not. They are incapable of revealing the truth. Therefore, if I becoming a Hindu, I see the world, I will see differently. If I am a Muslim and I see the world, I will see differently. If a cow is going, if I see a cow, being in Hindu, I will show Go Mata is going. All the devatas are avoiding in a cow. So I will see differently. If a Muslim sees, oh, good dinner is going, so he will see differently. Similarly, so you become something. So whether you are a human being, Hindu, Muslim, that is different. Even just being a human being, you can't be able to see the truth because you are conditioned by your sense organs and intellect, human mindset. Therefore, we need a interpretation which who has that is called aptavakya. So who has gone beyond the human limitations. So such a teacher and such a pramana. So without any agenda, such the one who is complete, the guru, Brahmanistha, therefore he may not, he doesn't lack anything. He's complete. Therefore, the teaching is only because of love, no other agenda. So such a teacher, like Puja Swami used to say, if a spoon is suppose there is the spoon, if itself is hungry, then how is it is going to feed you? So in the process, before coming to your mouth, it will. Similarly, our politicians in India, they say we are serving the motherland. So first they serve their pocket. So similarly, a teacher getting with Brahmanistha, he has gone beyond the human, what do you say, human limitations. And his Kritakritya, he has nothing to gain from this world. He has discovered his limitless nature. So and he sees the whole world is me. So helping without just love, pure helping attitude. So such a guru interprets the Shastra without any agenda. And the Shastra also pure Shastra, that is what Upanishad. So such a Acharyavan, the one who has such an Acharya in life. And Pitruvan, Matruvan also, because in order to gain that Shraddha in Shastra, it is not easy. That background is required, that buddhi, that buddhi, because see, after studying the Shastra also, the Pramana buddhi is not there. So like we say, oh, I saw the incident, therefore how I trust, because I saw in my eye, I heard through my ears. So to Veda also, it is not Veda sentence. As soon as I go through the Vedas, Upanishad sentence, the sentence should appear, it is my feeling, so that much the identification with Veda and myself. I and Veda are not two more. So Veda should be becoming like my third eye. Like Hindus, we say, this with add tilakam, or we say like Bhagavan has a third eye, Shivaji. Third eye means what? This is what, not only this two eyes are enough. What I see through the five organs is not in this much only. I don't believe. Even I trust, even I believe the one which is the world, which is means the word. I can come back to the word. Means the what I see through my five sense organ is not the world. not the, even things are there beyond my sense organs. Then how will I know them? So that is where Veda comes. The pratyakshena anumityava yasyopaya na vidyati tam vidanti vedana tasmat vedasya vedata. So Veda is a means of knowledge, not to tell those I have already access through my sense organs and my intellect. But there are objects in the world. There are vast world which I don't have access through my sense organs and my intellect. So for that things, how to know them? So that is where the Veda is the means for them. So for Veda, I should have that reverence, that pramana buddhi, and at the same time, such a acharya, because acharya means, because we not only just shastra, but we study olden days Gurukula Vasa. So now the time has changed, so challenge has changed, that is okay, online classes, it is, but olden days Gurukula Vasa, because we have to learn a lot of things through living living with the Guru, you know. So how he in his how he faces the situations, how is means how his fullness reflects in his vyavahar, you know. So that things, because now we get information, but the real transformation comes because this Vedanta is not a syllabus. Somehow now, it was never a syllabus. Vedanta is not a syllabus. How many Shastra, how many Upanishads you have covered is not important. Rather, how much clarity you have gained, how much transformation has come through you. How do you think now? Whether your thinking has changed or not. Athato Brahma Jignasa, the Jignasa word, Acharya Shankara interprets Vichara Kartabhya. So the vichar pattern, the thinking pattern has changed or not. Before coming to Vedanta, a person, how he was thinking. And now after studying Vedanta, how he thinks. So we are in the schools, colleges, universities, we are taught what to think. We are given a subject, physics, chemistry, whatever. So we are given what to think, but how to think never taught. But this is the difference between the academic study and Upanishad study. It teaches how to think. Just example, Bhagwan Rama, from a Ramayana incident. Rama was supposed to be the king of, tomorrow he's supposed to be the king. And today evening he was told that we are going to 14 years to the forest. Then how he thought, see, he never reacted. Rather, he considered, oh, it is a blessing to me, so that I will have the occasion of meeting all this. I will have the opportunity to live among the Mahatmas these 14 years in the solitude. So how he thought is, this is what the Shastra, because that is how Gurukula Vasa. So Gurukula Vasa gives how to, you may not be a great scholar. Everybody need not be a great scholar. If you are a scholar, you can be able to help others. But whether you have crossed the ocean of samsara or not, that is more important. How you know each, because life is every time, life is nothing but the challenge of every moment you need to choose. There is always a Y junction. You know? So how to think? That is what Upanishads or Prasthanatraya, studying after Prasthanatraya, if my thinking pattern have not changed, the transformation has not yet come, still I am an individual, my things are always the selfish agenda, what I will get. So that is what samsari. And after studying Vedanta, what I will contribute. Not even after Jnani whole life, we are not contributing. It becomes it is nature. By nature, you are helping, your right hand helps the left hand. It is not a help. It is just by nature you help. So to a Jnani helps the whole world, not thinking that helping. It is my nature. This is how I can be. But a Karma Yogi, a student is itself. If I am a student of Vedanta, then everywhere I should be looking for how I can be able to contribute to the world. What world has given me, everything is given to me, including this body, this intellect, what not. But what I give, so always I should be looking for the opportunity to contribute. Then my mind grows. So my heart grows. In that mind only, Tattvamasi, you are the whole, that Anugrah will come in such a mind, not a selfish mind. Oh, what I will get everywhere, the vulture, everywhere is the selfish agenda. So that has changed or not. So this Vedanta is not just a informative, it is not a syllabus, rather it is transformation. So how much I changed, how much, because it is freedom. The study of Upanishad, the study of Prasthanatraya should be no, not academic dimension. It should be in freedom. How much free I discovered. The freedom dimension it should go. So I'm happy to see all of you in the Guru Purnima day. And so, if any questions I can take, because it would be rather what you want to know, whether you ask, so it would be, I can address the same point. Rather, I'm going here and there, whether my, isn't it? Are you getting my point?
Yeah, Swamiji, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, we understood everything, Swamiji, and definitely, I'm sure we'll have some doubts, etc., which we'll be happy to ask. So, Haraprasad ji, go ahead. Swamiji Haraprasad ji,
And
there are about 1/3 of the class is from the US and the others from India, and half of them are people I knew before, and other half are new friends, etc. So, Haraprasad ji, go ahead.
Yeah.
at the moment, I will wait a moment. I will add a small thing to again here. The Guru Purnima, we do the puja to the Guru. So what is the use of doing the puja to Guru is, so the Guru is full or not. We may not get a Guru like Vyasa or Sankara in front of me today. The Guru may lack any, but the attitude, my attitude helps me, because see, this ego, this ahankar, what is this Atma Jnanam, what is this? Discovering you are the whole, you are no more individual. So what is the Jiva and Brahma? What is the hindrance between? You are being the, you are really Brahman, but now in the state of Jiva. So what makes you that this difference? This ego, this individuality is the hindrance, is standing like a wall. So this ahankar. So by Guru Seva, so the one to whom we serve, whether he is like a stone, Shiva, a stone when we worship, if it gives fruit, it gives result, then what to talk of a human being if you do puja as a Guru? So Guru means we are thinking that at least that person has gone beyond the human limitations. He has discovered what has to be discovered. Therefore, I can be also be able to discover. If I don't see a person in the whole world, I don't get a person who is a Guru, where my ego can bend. Everywhere I see fault. Person will have its limitations. But in a person, there are two things. You don't see a person here. You see a tradition there. The person, because human, if I, just example, a South Indian Jnani, a North Indian Jnani will have difference in their vyavahara. A North Indian Jnani will go for chapati or what is parotha. A South Indian Jnani will have idli dosa preference. Oh, see, this have ragadvesa. Because we have ragadvesa thinking, we will see Guru also see have ragadvesa. Therefore, how he can be a Guru? Yeah, we think according to our own limited buddhi. So at least you give the benefit of doubt. This Guru, he has gone beyond the human limitation. Then I will be able to, whether that attitude may not help the, whether it will helpful to the Guru or not, surely it will help me. So that is what in our India, may not be in other culture, but in India, Guru being just a human being, we worship as a Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. So being in a human being, human upadhi, he has gone beyond the human limitations. Therefore, that is what my sadhan, my goal. Therefore, I will be also, if I have one or two whom I can see in this world, those people have crossed this samsara, ocean of samsara. Therefore, surely I will also be able to make it out. If I don't see anybody in the world, everybody is Jnani, Agyani, Ragadvesa, everybody, then how? There is not a single person to whom I can consider as a Guru, whom I can consider as a complete person. Then how I can be able to achieve that then? So this is what our attitude of the person is. Person we don't worship, like we don't worship a stone. we worship the Lord through the stone. We worship the Almighty through the idol. Similarly, we are also doing the puja not to the person, rather we are giving the puja to the entire tradition, the vision itself. The tradition means what? The vision, the drishti, the Advaita drishti itself, the Paramatma itself. So Guru, so if I see the Guru as that one with the Brahman, then that brings change in me. It helps me to be one with the total. So that is how we are lucky to have that culture in India. And Puja Swamiji used to say, when suppose Abhisheka is done and honey is put on the, and if the suppose the Sivalinga has a tongue and comes out. So how it is. Similarly, when the people worship the Guru also, the Guru doesn't have the angership. Oh, see, because of puja I am great. No. He just sends out to the tradition. I am just a upadhi. I am nimittam matram. Like Ganga. Ganga flows through from the Himalaya to Calcutta. So whether you take a dip in Calcutta, what you will say? I took dip in Ganga. Whether it is in Rishikesh, Kanpur, wherever you take, that is deep in Ganga only. Similarly, the link, the lineage, so same Brahma Vidya. But maybe ghats, Haridwar, Rishikesh, are the ghat is different, but the water is the same Ganga. Similarly, the pure, Apaurushaya Pramana. There should not, the Pramana, the Upanishad, the teaching should not be colored by, it should not be seen by any color, rather the pure, so that then only it can be able to take me the beyond the that what you say, Jivatvam. Okay, so any questions? I'm ready to.
Yeah, Haraprasad, go ahead, please.
Yes, please.
Help
Maharaj,
Yeah,
can you hear me well? I'm calling you from Houston, Texas. Can you hear me well?
yes, tell me, please.
Yes, we can hear you, Maharaj.
Okay, good. I have two questions. One is, today is called Vyasa Purnima. Today is the birthday of Bhagavan Vyasa. How is Vyasa Purnima is connected to Guru Purnima? That is question number one. And question number two is, you talked about Strotriyam, and you said it is the Tatparya Nirnaya of what you have read. Please explain to me a little bit more about it. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you. So the first question is how today's day Guru Purnima is relevant to Vyasa's birthday. So in fact, the Guru, their lineage of Gurus, so whose birthday we will celebrate? So one day, there should be one day. So Vyasa is considered Guru for all, for the contemporary time, because see, after Vyasa, before Vyasa, anyway, it is Brahmaji is that lineage human, that sloka.
Narayanam Padma Bhuvam Vasishtam.
Brahmaji, his Manasaputra is Vasishta Shakti Parasara, Vyasa. Up to Vyasa, there is no diversity and diverse vision. But later, after Vyasa, like Sankara is our next lineage link. But in Sankara period, Shankara is also a followers at the same time. Ramanuj also interpretation. Madhavacharya has a different interpretation, same Veda. Before that, there is only one interpretation up to Vyasa. But after Vyasa, there are many interpretations. Dvaita, Advaita, Visishta Advaita, Shuddha Advaita. Therefore, but there is a sloka comes, Vyasa Uchishta Jagat Sarvam. Whether he is Sankara or Ramanuja or Madhava or Nimbarkacharya, nobody can reject Vyasa. Everybody are accepting Vyasa is their Guru. After Vyasa, there may be little difference in their interpretation. Therefore, for us, who is the final Guru? Vyasa is our final Guru. From the Rishi to link between the Rishi and human beings. Manushya and Rishi. So Vyasa is our last link. Therefore, taking Vyasa is the guru for the entire world. So his birthday is considered with his puja is considered to be the all Guru's puja. So that is how we took the Vyasa's birthday as a Guru Purnima. And because Guru for entire Dvaita, Advaita, Vasishtha, everybody, Vyasa is the final Guru. There is no contradiction. But later comes different interpretation. There also, then why we are following only Sankara? Then Ramanuja must be also right. No, that is called Pajama thinking. This is also Dvaitam also right, Advaitam also right. This will answer the second question as well. The Tatpara Nirana, what I told. Tatpara means after studying the Upanishads, the same Veda, how different people concluded in different vision. Somebody says, the Upanishad says that truth is, Advaitam is the truth. No, some Acharya comes says, no, Dvaitam is the final truth. No, Visishta Advaitam is the final truth. So whom I will take as, what is the Tatparya of Veda? Whether Advaita, Dvaita or Visishta Advaita or Suddha, what is the vision? Because if these four Acharyas, everybody taking Vyasa and Parampara, means Upanishad is the Pramana. But they have the different their opinion about the final Tatparyam of the Upanishads. So then there we comes, if Upanishad is being a Pramanam, Pramanam means the definition, the criterion of a Pramanam is Anadhigatattvam, Abadhitattvam, Arthavat Phalabodhakatvam, Pramanatvam. Upanishad being a Pramanam, it should have three criteria. What is one? Anadhigatattvam, the thing I didn't know before. And after studying Shastra, I came to know. It revealed a new thing for me. Then it has the criterion of Pramanatvam. Anadhigatattvam, I didn't know before, otherwise. Anadhigatattvam. And Abadhitattvam, it revealed, Shastra revealed something, but it being a Pramanam, it revealed something. But a other Pramanam, my Prataksha or my Anumana, can be able to contradict to that sentence, that opinion. Then also, it is a limitations to Pramanatvam. So it should not be, one Pramana should not be contradicted by any other Pramana. That should be, it should, what I say, ear cannot come and correct it. What ear says, I cannot interfere there, because each one has their own field. Similarly, Upanishad being its own Pramana, Veda should be independent Pramanam. Anadhigatattvam, it should come and tell me something new. At the same time, it should not be contradicted by any Pramanam. At the same time, third has the criterion, it should have some result. So, if after knowing all this thing, I remain a Jiva, an individual, Sukhi Dukhi, so what is the use of studying all this Veda? And one more thing, after studying the Veda, I concluded that Dvaitam is the only truth. So I know already that before studying the Shastra, I know I am a Jiva, I am different from other Jivas, Ishvara, I am different from Ishvara, I am different from the world. So without studying Shastra, I know all these things. If Shastra comes and tells me you are a Jiva, you are different from Ishvara, you are different from the world, then that criterion of Pramanatvam is not there. Therefore, they are false, they are not proper. Only Advaitam is the final purport of the Upanishads. So that convince, that clarity, that conviction is there. Then Sravanam is done. So how it came through one Upanishad, studying one Upanishad, 1 month study, you came this clarity, or you after 12 years, 15 years of studying Shastra also, you don't come to the conclusion. What is the final purport? Pramana, what is the Pramanam and what it has to convey finally? Oh, I know that. So now I know, I understood Shastra completely. There is no doubt what is the purport of the Shastra, I know. So my Sravanam part is over. But somehow my intellect is unable to, I know Shastra cannot be wrong. Shastra, what Shastra says, I'm very clear. There is no doubt about the teacher and the Shastra. But my own experience comes in the way. Oh, how there can be, I experience the world and how it can be Mithya. And how there can be Advaitam. So my intellect may arise questions, doubts. And I need a logical interpretation to appease my intellect, because intellect is always doubtful. So intellect needs logical interpretation. So like I need a plate full of rice, but rice, a pickle or a curry will helpful me to take the rice. Similarly, logic, I need interpretation, logical interpretation. to convey my intellect. But logic itself is not a pramanam itself. Therefore, there is a sutra in Brahma Sutra, Tarkasya apratishtanat. Tarka means logic itself is not a pramanam in itself. But I need a logical interpretation to helpful to accept the, to assimilate the
Understand.
Vedic teaching.
Yes.
So that is called mananam. So I answered my intellect. There is no doubt. I know Shastra is right. Even I am ready to accept. My intellect is also now totally convinced. So mananam part is over. Sravanam part is over. Mananam also over. But somehow my habitual errors are still there. I behave like a jnani. I behave like a jiva, individual. So I need it because the jnanam is there. But like a Paramarthananda Swamiji is just the example. The sugar is added into the coffee, but it is lying down. It is not at mixed. So you need to stir it a while so that each particle of the sugar should mix it with one. Similarly, the Vedanta is lying some corner in my life. So my life is something else, and what I know and how I behave is different. There is a difference. So that period, the contemplation, nididhyasanam is required so that what I know and what I am, one and the same. So I'm one with my vision. That is called nididhyasana. So this is nididhyasana and mananam second. The Sravana means what? So what exactly Shastras, Dvaitam, Advaita, what is it? So I'm very clear about that. That Tatparya Nirnaya is called the Sravana. So I think I'm answered.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you, Swami.
Could you kindly repeat that once again? Anadika, Avadi, and the third one?
Anadhikatatvam, Abadhitatvam, Phalavat, Arthavat, Phalabodhakatvam, Pramanatvam. The criterion for a Pramanam, these three qualities should be there. Anadhikatatvam should give me a new thing. Advaitam, I experience Dvaitam, but Shastra only comes and tells me there is not Dvaitam. Rather, it is the truth is Advaitam. Oh, it is a new thing. Without Shastra, I cannot know. Therefore, Anadhikatatvam is there. And not contradicted by any Pramana. It cannot be contradicted by my Pratyaksha and Anumana. So that is safe. And then Arthavat, after knowing Advaitam, what is my gain? If after knowing Advaitam, I continue the Jiva. But after knowing Advaitam is myself, then there is nothing to gain in this world because I am everything. I am the whole. So what is to be gained? What is to be achieved? So all my Purusartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, everything, even Moksha also I need not bother about because Moksha is myself. So I'm Pratak, there is nothing, no Sutru, no Mitra. There is nobody except me. Therefore, I am done with, I'm done, I have nothing. No, my Purusartha, I'm quite satisfied. There is nobody else other than me. So all the Purusartha I achieved in one stroke. So that phalam is there. If I know that I am a Jiva, Ishvara is somewhere, then still the world is somewhere. World is different. I am different. Bhagavan is different. So my Purusartha is not completed. Phala is not there. Therefore, that is not fulfilling the criterion of Arthabodha Phalakatva. Therefore, these three, you will get it somewhere in Brahma Sutra, Chatusutri, that in Chatusutri, exactly where it comes. There Shankara, I'm quoting this Acharya Shankara's sentence. Anadhigatattvam, Avaditattvam, Phalavat, Arthabodhakatvam, Pramanatvam.
Yeah, I will tell them so.
Shankara also not quoting from him because how a pramana should work, there are other sastras. From there, Shankara also quotes. So this is how a pramana has to be seen. Is it done?
Yeah, thank you, Swamiji. Thank you. Satish ji, go ahead. Satish.
Namaskar, Swamiji. I am Satish. I just want to hear something about your Akhandananda ashram experience because could you meet that Swamiji? We also visited, but he was already gone that time. So
no,
just
I did not have the occasion to. I did not have the bhagyam of seeing him. I was quite younger. He left long back. Now he must be 35, 40 years back. He left. In his ashram, still that in his audios are played in the morning and evening, and his books are there. So I used to read his books and so I spent some. But somehow I was asked them, see this translation. Finally, Kailas ashram is the because you go to what Shankara says, what Vyasa says, you go to directly, and it is the age. You can have effort to do that. So then I was asked to go Kailas Ashram.
Yeah, I heard he was very good in Bhagavatam, Akhandanandaji Maharaj.
Bhagavatam, see what happens, the Mahatmas, ekam satyam baudha vadante vipraha. So truth is one, they experience the same, but each Mahatma will means communicate in a different way. So like Buddha is not wrong. Bodhism is different from Buddha. So Buddha must have the vision of the truth, but how it convey that time, that society, that time, that contemporary society may have the requirement of this type of interpretation. So the Mahatmas go according to that time, need of that time. Like Ramanujacharya, he must be knowing the truth. We need not take as Agyani. He must be knowing the truth. But the society is not ready for Advaita Jnanam. Therefore, mass needs Dvaita Bhakti. First, let them start them Dvaita Bhakti so that that mind will be prepared. And once the mind is prepared, Advaitam can be taught in 2 seconds. Like Ramakrishna Paramahansa was taught by Totapuri just 3 days of association. Isn't it? So preparation of the mind is more required. Therefore, after knowing the truth also, the Mahatmas, they teach what the society needs. Therefore, Swami Akhandanandaji but needs bhakti, because society in mass, bhakti is what required. Without bhakti, this jnana won't work. So mass needs, so he is very, he is a full, you can, jnanam, yoga, bhakti, combination of his, he is like a siddha. You just, Puja Swami used to say, like you just can swallow his words, you cannot filter. Because he's such a authenticity in Shastra. And he's one statement I have heard is audio. He says, it is not because of my pride, but with my confidence, I can say all the Shastras under my, choti. So he said that all the Shastra is so that confidence. But at the same time, you need to go with the Bhagavatam, because mass needs Bhakti Vatavaran. And Vrindavan, what to talk about? In fact, after studying Vedanta also, the Prema, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a great scholar. But after he came to Bhakti, because Bhakti and Jnana is not different. You start somewhere, but both should be there. Purna Jnani only can be Purna Bhakta, Purna Premi. And Purna Premi only can be a Purna Jnani also. Therefore, there is no difference. When real Jnana comes, then you cannot be, but you cannot be Suska, no, dry Vedanta. There is no such dry Vedanta. So Vedanta means Rasila Vedanta.
Thank you, Guruji.
Swamiji, going from Vrindavan to Kailash Ashram, so in Ashakya Gurukulam, we know what how we studied, what is the typical teaching, Sanskrit is being taught, what is the typical schedule, what are the expectations, we know all that. But Kailash Ashram, I've not been. So how is Kailash Ashram? I know they say it's much more serious. They said, no, you have to memorize Kenopanishad, then we'll study like that. I heard all these things, but what's the reality?
Kailash Ashram is like in India, IIT, like there is a cream of Vedanta. That is only, even in Sankara Parampara, Shankaracharya Mathas also, they don't teach everybody. Only they teach to 1 or 2 disciples who are going to be the next successor of the Pitham. So for open any, whether Giri, Puri, Saraswati, any parampara, anybody else can go to Kailash Ashram to study Upanishads. But the olden days, being this, there is a quote, Sanyasya Sravanam Kurya. So this Upanishadic study is only meant for sannyasis those days. Because now sannyasi is no more a sannyasi, pure sannyasi you can't live today. The society has changed. Even Paramartha, like Swami Paramarthananda also says, I am ashamed to call myself as a sannyasi. Such a person, if says, then what to talk about we? Because now we cannot follow all the rules of the sannyasa life, because society has changed. That is, in Vedic days, a sannyasi is supposed to not to stay in one place more than 3 nights. So where is it possible nowadays? So all these things are not. So that Grihasthas have also changed, Sannyasi also have changed, lifestyle have changed. Therefore now Vedanta has come to the society, very good thing. So olden days, even Vivekananda was not allowed to stay in Kailash Ashram. Because he was not, because Sannyasa was only to given to the Brahmins those days. So only Brahmins can be taken sannyasa and can stay in Kailas ashram, can study. That was those days. Therefore, Swami Vivekananda used to stay in another place in Rishikesh and used to attend a few classes there. Then he sent his Guru Bhai, Advaitananda, and he stayed there and studied. Then he came and Belur Math, he started teaching to now the parampara is going there. So they're they teach only to the sannyasis. Now sannyasis only can stay, but outsiders they can come and attend the class and go out. They cannot inside. If stay, then that 2-3 days like guest. There are few guest rooms. They may allow for a few days, and the lifestyle that is a parampara, that is a center of creating produce sannyasis. So what happens now? We study Shastra, okay, information we get, but the lifestyle, how it should be. Because lifestyle only, why sannyasis only are those days given to Vedanta, not others? Because just sannyasa will not help. That way of life, it helps to assimilate this vision. Therefore, that is tapaspic attitude they have, because after knowing all this thing, again that we lead a luxury selfish, no, that life may not helpful to the vision. Therefore, they trained Guru Seva and Tyaga, lot of Tyaga, Tapasya, Anushtanam. Then only in our entire Veda also you see, in Veda also, the Advaita Jnana, Upanishad vision is only 4% mantras. But the Karma Kanda is 80%. Upasana is 16%. Jnana Kanda is only 4%. Because once you require a lot of preparation. Therefore, karma and upasana, if once the mind is ready, Vedanta is little. Similarly, in Kailas ashram, they prepare the sadhus, because among living with the monks, senior swamis, our lifestyle, a Swami and you are sleeping up to 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they can't. A Vedantic Brahmachari should be get before 4 o'clock at least. So if 3 days you don't get up and come to the Arati, morning there will be 5 o'clock Arati, winter, in the winter also. So you have to take a deep in Ganga or cold water. There is no hot water. My days also. So take bath and attend the Arati. If you 3 days, if you are not seen in the Arati, then they say you have gone beyond rules and regulations. You have become Siddha Purusa. This is not for you. So, and one day you have not come, the night khichdi will not be, evening will not be given. And 3 days you have not come, then you pack up your baggage. So such, then only this mind comes out of Tamo and Raja, because our tendency is Tamo Guna and young brahmacharis, so what to Markata Tulya, so very, but somehow because of this Guru's association, really it is enjoyable life. So,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
the only place in India where everybody can go and sannyasis. Nowadays, even grastas also can be, because olden days not that infrastructure was not there. Now the infrastructure brought out, so now anybody can stay.
So nowadays also, if they are not a sannyasi, you still can. Nowadays also only maximum 3-4 days they can stay. No, they can't stay beyond that.
If they see that the person is serious, and they allow for a time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Rukmini,
teaching is not. What is the difference between their teaching and Chinmaya Mission, Dayananda Swamiji's teaching? Our teaching is like spoon feeding. Because this is for the mass. So our explanation is much more. One sentence will take hours to explain. Whereas that is meant only for the brahmacharis and sannyasis. They need not, the sannyasis, the brahmachari need not come to the world to face the world. Therefore, they don't need the vyavaharik interpretation, that what we need. They only need that shastra, that much. So per day, for 1 hour class, 4-5 pages of Bhaashanam, Tika will going on, can be taught in 1 hour. Whereas in our courses, 1 sentence or 2 sentences maximum in a 1 hour. So a lot of explanation is included. So I was in the beginning, I was unable to grasp that teaching. Then after studying Swami Dayananji, when I went, oh, now I'm ready for that. So I before to Dayananji, I was Kailas Ashram, got something. But after studying from Dayanand Swamiji, I used to teach in Rishikesh Ashram and attend Kailas Ashram classes. Then I took much benefit. Great.
Understood, Swamiji. Thank you. Very nice explanation. Yeah,
Pranam
Rukmini.
Swamiji. Pranam Swamiji.
New faces. Pranam, pranam.
I have seen you so many times in Rishikesh Ashram, Swamiji.
Oh.
We are blessed to have you on this Guru Purnima day.
Oh, thank
So
you.
blessed. Thank you for that. And you said in the list of Guru, Shotriyam, Brahmanishta, and one Apta.
The same. Shrotriya Brahmanishta is called Aptam. Apta,
Okay.
the word Apta is I'm using from this Patanjali's word. So
Okay.
the Shrotriyam Brahmanishta, he uses a sentence, a word, both for them is Apta Vakya. Means the one who has gone, the Apta word is, meaning is, who is no more a human being. Being in a human upadhi, who has gone beyond. So you can follow his words, is called Apta Purusa. So Siddha Purusa or a Brahmanishta is called Apta. So in Upanishad, the words are two only. This Shrotriya Brahmanishta, these are the Upanishad words. Whereas the Apta word is not in Upanishad, it comes Patanjali's word. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, that word comes Apta Purusha, Apta Vakya. Same. Shrotriya Brahmanishta is called Apta.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Apta means the one who has reached where to reach. It's called Aptaha. So complete person. Done.
Yeah, Vijay. Vijay, go ahead. Say, Swamiji, yes, I'm sorry. Swamiji is a lot of devotees are waiting there today being Guru Purnima. So there are two more questions, Swamiji. If you have time, we can take Swamiji. Otherwise, it's up to you, Swamiji.
Also, sometime if I'm available, you can ask me for the classes sometime. We can clarify the questions.
Definitely, Swamiji. Definitely. So Vijay, go ahead and ask your question. After that, we should.
Okay, yeah, short question. First of all, Dhanyavada.
Gentlemen, sometime I see where Rishikesh Ashram or wherever I was about to ask. I have seen a couple of times, I think. Have you seen me? Coimbatore Ashram or Rishikesh Ashram, I think. Vijay ji?
No, I have been to Coimbatore Ashram once only. So very unlikely, maybe someone who resembles me. No, Swamiji, first of all, Dhanyavada for the wonderful session, really mind-blowing. One question, you mentioned somewhere that we are taught what to think, but not how to think, right? Now, this how to think is happening from Shastra learning in terms of this Chitta Shuddhi and all that. That's how our how to think is improved, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to get clarity as to how to teach how to think. The only way to teach is probably from the Shastras, your mind pattern, thought pattern all starts to change automatically. That's how your...
What is the study of? Yeah, the study of Shastra is not like academic Shastra. Oh, I have covered this one, I have completed this one, I have completed this one. Is not the dimension of studying the Shastra. Rather, it is just after studying a sloka, it should change because it is not, I am not studying is like a objective science. Rather, it is my, how I should be. So after seeing the mirror, where should be my tilakam? So I correct myself. Similarly, Shastra is a mirror to me. Therefore, how should be if I am a sadhaka, how I should be. If I am a Brahman, Siddha, then what to talk about? Whole world is myself. Being I am Atma, I am no more a Jiva, I am Atma. If I reached that goal, there is nothing to be, no doubt anymore. You just spontaneously will. But at least if I am a seeker of this knowledge, so how should I be? So that brings you change in your. Then how many Shastra you have covered, not important, but how much change has come into you. Then we are going in a right dimension. So the thinking, each incident, how you think, it entirely brings a change in your thinking pattern. And the whole pramana, where it will, the Tattvamasi, where it will work, in thinking only. Now you are thinking as an individual, just that after the transformation, you will think, oh, I am the whole world is in within me. So your response are going to be that is what your Siddhartham. There will be not, it is not in a sentence of Shastra says that I am the whole. No, I feel like, not that Guru told, therefore I see myself as the whole. So my response, my vyavahara is going, my vyavahara will reflect my understanding.
Dhanyawad, Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, friends. Friends, I like to, on behalf of all of us, thank Swamiji for coming here today on Guru Purnima day when the schedule is so tight, especially in an ashram, and to hear from somebody like Swamiji, whose life itself is a source of inspiration. The way we should, and like Swamiji said, I think we should invite him again and hear him more about his own life. How was it? And when you went away without finishing BSc, you went off to the ashram. How was it? For you it was okay. What about the family, right? All these things we need to hear from him. So Swamiji, thank you very much for giving an.
From childhood, I was waiting for the day to step out, but I was quite young. Where to go, how to go, I didn't know. So I was waiting. And because I can say it is Yoga Bhrashta Atma. So last time I could not complete my journey. So from childhood, I was, this is what I want. I know from childhood. So this is normal for me. So that is how, if we study it online, here it is okay. If there is occasion enough, if we have get a chance to live with the Mahatmas, that imprint of Mahatma's association is great. So we should aspire for that, how much ever possible. Mahatmas are there, not that, nowadays no Mahatma. No, they are there. But we need that punyam to have Mahatmas in our life also. So pray to the Ishvara. We may not know how to know who is right Guru, right Mahatma. Only Ishvara's grace, right Mahatma will come in our life. And Mahatma's grace, Ishvara will come in our life. Both each other, without Guru's Krupa, there is no Ishvara. Without Ishvara's Krupa, there is no right Guru. So it is how. So be prayerful so that we have our. Krishna was always there. Krishna was always there before Arjuna. So he was Vande Krishnam Jagat Guru. He has no lacking. But Arjuna has the lack to see the Guruness in, isn't it? So that is how. So we lack something. So if we pray to the God, Lord, He will give that vision. So somewhere we will discover Mahatmas around us. So.
Thank you very much, Swamiji. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We can't be more thankful, and we will be blessed if you can come again to give a Bhaashanam.
Some other sessions we will be in touch.
Definitely,
Okay.
Swamiji.
Shall I take leave?
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you,
Swamiji.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Swamiji.
See you all.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Some other time we will be keep in touch.
Definitely, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you,
So
Swamiji.
I'm educating my language because I have not fluency, means habit to speak English, but somehow I manage.
Oh, you were great. You were great.
It was fine. It was very, very fine. There's no problem.
You could communicate very well, Swamiji. We got each word of you, what you said.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Heart-to-heart communication.
So there should be one class, weekly one class in English, so that my English will be in place. I'm lost in this local language only.
Definitely,
Swamiji. Namaskaraha.
Definitely,
Your words touched our heart. So that is.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Dhanyawada, Swamiji. Dhanyawada, Guruji.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Dhanyawada, Swamiji. Dhanyawada, Guruji.
Guruji, just one small incident about Kailas Ashram when you mentioned.
Okay.
Panirat sir was saying, it seems Kailas Ashram is about 150 years old. It's not new.
Yeah.
So when the first guru who came there, he wanted to teach, but there were no students. So somehow he got a dream or something. He got a shivling in the Ganga, and he said, "Bring that shivling and install. I will be first student for you." And he started teaching that shivling. And
will
then
tell.
that's how the this started. That's what I heard from my Guruji.
Yes. This is the incident. Shiva told in Kailas Ashram, everybody in the morning after Aarti and tea, there is some tea, people milk or tea 6 o'clock morning. Then 6 o'clock onwards class will start, Bhashya class. There, not that students only will sit. No, there everybody is even Mandaleswar will also sit in the class. One Acharya will be talking. Other all the Mahatmas, Acharyas, students, all will be listening because whole life is committed for this Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Therefore, whether how many students, whether 1 student or 4 students doesn't matter. We have to teach. So that is the parampara. So Shiva, that in fact the ashram was not that Swami has the desire to create the ashram, rather Shiva came and told, you are enjoying this vision, oh Mahatma, why don't you teach to others also? Then he told, I have nobody to listen. So whom I shall? Then I am the first student to you. Shiva himself was told in dream, I am the first student to you and always I will be here. And that is my responsibility to bring the students here. And he told, I am a sannyasi, then how I will keep the feed the sannyasis students? Then Shiva told, it is my responsibility. I will take care of the bringing the students, taking care of the students. You be just keep on teaching. So that is how it is just Bhagavan's ashram. That is Kailas ashram. Really, it is a real Kailas is here, not in a mountain Himal. I am blessed to have that Mahatmas that time living. Even today I go. Even Pujya Swamiji's Guru Sthanam also Kailas ashram. So it is a really a blessed place.
So Swami Vishnu Devananda Giriji is the Vishnu Devananda ji was there, and then Vidyananda Giriji Maharaj was there also, right, Swamiji?
Vijayananda Puri is my friend, my contemporary. So now he is the Pitha. Last year only he was appointed as Pitadisa, but somehow he resigned this 1 month back. So what is going on? I have not gone to the last 7-8 months. I have not been to Rishikesh. So now is the 12th Pitadisa is Vijayananda Puri. Before him was Dibyananda Saraswati. Before that is Vidyananda Giri, who was very friendly to our Pujya Swamiji. Pujya Swamiji helped to bring up a hospital in his own village, what you say, native place. And before his Vidyananda's guru was our Vishnu Devananda.
Vishnu Devananda, okay. So this Brahmasutram Chatursitri, we see Vishnu Devananda and Vidyananda Giriji. So his Tippani and all.
Swami Vidyananda's, but the footnotes, Tippani, there will Bhashyam, then Bhashyas, Tika to Tippani will be there. Footnotes. That is the blessing of Swami Vishnu Devananda. Those people were just taking Bhiksha and whole life they are just committed to Shastra. So they could have a lot of time to contemplate and help footnotes, all this thing. No, now we don't have to study the Shastra, we say. But they people were the sannyas is only to this Shastra only. Shastra and Nididhyasana. What else? Take Bhiksha somewhere. So society was like that, they were supporting, but nowadays sannyasi also struggle to stay survival. Vedantic students also has to survival has become a difficulty. So now we cannot focus only in Shastra, taking care of the ashram, this, that, all these things, waste of time and energy. Therefore, we are not getting right scholars because their energy is disturbed here and there. But they are just, society will come and give them bhiksha. Just they need to study and sadhana, tapas, that's all. Some other time we will see.
Swamiji, thank you, Swamiji. We look forward to hearing more from you, Swamiji.
Thank you all. See.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.